Okay, so for some of us that are experiencing a lot of these energy frequencies that are coming on the planet Earth, it's disturbing the circadian rhythm, or the organ meridian clock. In Chinese medicine, there's an organ meridian clock, which is the most qi in each organ meridian, the 12 major organ meridians. The qi, or the energy, is flowing through those meridians at certain times of the day. So this clock gets thrown off when we get jet lagged. It's like when you leave one country and you're in a time zone and you land in another and it's a different time zone, that energy gets shifted and your body is in the wrong, it's still back in the other country. Well, now you're landed in a different time zone, and it throws off their circadian rhythm, and you get jet lagged. So this is the exact same thing that's happening as these frequencies are being brought onto the planet, and the people that are integrating these new frequencies, because time has sped up, it's like everything's happening now, and it's throwing off these organ meridian times. I've had to reset mine like almost every day, so I'm going to give you a little tip on how to reset it. If you're feeling run down, like, you don't have to reset it every day if you're feeling fine, but this is if you're feeling burnt out, if you feel like you have jet lag, then resetting the organ meridian clock will make you feel a lot better, and it'll happen right away. Like 5 minutes, you'll feel better. It might take up to 15 minutes, but you can do this for jet lag also. Like, so I'll explain how to do that, even though I know nobody's traveling right now because of COVID. It does work really well for jet lag too. So I'm going to show you the picture of the organ meridian clock, and I'm going to use the example of 12 noon, and you'd be in the heart meridian time. So in the heart meridian time at 12, the energy, it means that the most energy, the most chi is flowing through that meridian at that time. And if it's in a different one, if you're in the wrong one, so say you're in the lung meridian time, your body is thinking it's, nighttime. It's thinking it's in the middle of the night, and it's tired. So you feel burnt out. So it doesn't matter what time you're in right now, but we want to tell the physical body's consciousness to move back to the proper organ meridian time, so that we feel awake and we have energy. So the way to do it, it's really simple, really easy, and you can muscle test to see if you're in the correct meridian time. So I have muscle testing videos, so I'm not going to explain how to muscle test. But what you would do is you would muscle test to get a yes or a no. So you would ask your physical body's consciousness. So you ground yourself, you connect with your physical body's consciousness, and you have your pendulum, if that's how you're muscle testing. So you have your pendulum and you ask, am I in the heart meridian time? It is 12:15 p.m. So this is just an example. So you want to be in the correct one. So if it's 12:15 p.m., I'm going to look, I'm like, oh, that's the time that the heart organ meridian time I'm supposed to be in. I'm going to write it on a piece of paper and say, I am now in the heart organ meridian time. It is 12:15 p.m. I'm going to hold that piece of paper in my hand. I'm going to muscle test to see if I'm in it. If I get a no, I'm going to command that my physical body's consciousness now move to the proper organ meridian time of the heart meridian. And I'm going to command that a few different ways, just so that your subconscious will hear you. You can say it out loud or in your head in a meditation. Ground yourself, pull your consciousness in, expand it out so you have your full essence, and then go like you know, sit or lay down, shut your eyes, and I command my physical body's consciousness, move my organ meridian time to the heart meridian. It is 12:15 p.m. and I'll repeat it about 3 times, and then you just lay there and wait. After about 5 minutes, muscle test to see if you have moved to the proper meridian time. So you would muscle test and ask your physical body's consciousness, am I in the heart meridian time? If you get a no, then say it again, but sometimes it takes about 15 minutes because it's gonna, if you're way like on the other side of the clock, then it's gonna take about 15 minutes for your body to move that energy back to the proper time. So if anybody else has any, like if you're trying to do acupuncture or Chinese medicine and you have any other tips, could you put them in the comment below? That'd be great. It might help other people out. But I really find this is really helpful for jet lag. If I leave one country and I land in another, I will, before I leave the first country, I say what organ meridian time I'm in. And when I land, I command it, my physical body's consciousness, to move to the new country's timeline. And then I don't get any jet lag. So you just write it on a piece of paper, command it. If you still don't feel like you have more energy after 5 minutes, say it again, and then just muscle test and check to see. It will move up. You might not have the belief at first it's gonna work, but it will work. Do it 2 or 3 times. Wait until you muscle test and you get a yes that you've moved into that organ meridian time, and then you should have energy for the rest of the day. Again, like I said, if you have any other tips, any of you that are experiencing all these energy frequencies that are coming onto the planet, and if you have any tips on how to adjust to it, put it in the comment section below. We'd love to hear you know, other people's tips and tricks to all this new frequencies and how to adjust and make it more comfortable. Now that time is sped up, it's kind of like everything's happening now, and our physical body's consciousness is kind of confused, or it keeps getting thrown off. It will settle out, but the frequencies that are coming in from the Great Conjunction are still integrating onto the planet. I don't know how long it's going to be, but they're showing me that it's still like a blanket of energy, just it keeps spreading across the planet, and as it lands as a blanket, it's kind of like a blanket of snow, and as it lands, we're integrating it, and so it's really thrown off our physical body's consciousness to adjust to these new frequencies. I'd like to say thanks for watching and have a great night.